So Mitch, I'm probably going to give your blog a mention on my channel, which I have like 1,200 subscribers right now, so some people will see it.
I was going to ask you, how'd you get over 1,000 subscribers?
Just time, patience, and I started it about 9 months ago, and some people just really enjoy the content. And
yeah, I watched just your last episode, the start of the 6th thing. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I like doing it.
Actually, I meant to subscribe, and I just realized I didn't, but I was going to. Have fun. It's a nice day for it.
It is, yeah.
The weather's been great since I've been out. Other than North Carolina, I'll take that. Since I've been out west.
I had one night in Missouri, I don't know if we were talking about this, where it rained overnight. That's it. No other rain. Maybe a few sprinkles here and there, but it's been amazing here. And I know once I head towards Flagstaff, there'll be some rain, but I'm going to leave tomorrow morning to try and race the rain. So I'd much rather be stationed out of the rain rather than riding in the rain. So
if you're riding down a freeway and it starts raining, would you pull over?
I definitely would. The only time I'll ride in the rain is on my way to and from work, and I know the route and I know the roads specifically.
Slippery or shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, no matter how good my tires are or how good my skills are, something can still happen. So yeah, like I said, I was looking at a Bonneville before I bought my Iron 883 here. Those are nice bikes.
So they're still making them?
Oh yeah.
Did they stop for a while?
They might have, but I know they're definitely still making them because I think they got several different versions. I can't remember off the top of my head which ones they have, but I'm gonna look it up later. It's a nice looking bike though.
This is a while ago. It was a 76 or 77.
Yep.
I bought it brand new. It was the first. I think it was the first year. Bonneville used to always be a 650. It was the first year they came up with a 700.
I suppose the Japanese bikes of that time were kind of encouraging Triumph to push the envelope a little bit on the displacement.
Coming on strong around that time. Yeah, to me, it was always Harley or Triumph.
Yeah.
Triumph.
Not a bad choice at all. All right, man, I'm going to go for a ride, and I'll probably see you sometime this afternoon.
I don't have your email, huh? Well, you said your email is on your YouTube?
It is. It's easy to remember. It's Great Egret, like the Great Egret. Great Egret Moto, MOTO.com is it's Great Egret Moto @gmail.com is my email address.
Why Great Egret?
It's a great question. I do have a video on it, but I grew up in Wisconsin around marshland, and there's a lot of great egrets there. And I was just sitting at my folks' house one day, and they live on 3 acres, and there's 3 acres, and then there's farmland, and then beyond the farmland is a whole bunch of DNR land, so public land, and it's all marshland, hunting lands too, and tons of great egrets there. And I think I was drinking a beer or something and just kind of hanging out, and there was a bunch of great egrets flying around, and I thought, that'd be a good name. And
unusual, that's why I asked.
Yeah, it is. It's like, and it just sounds cool, you know. It's just like one of those things. Like sometimes there's a few people who don't know how to pronounce it. They don't know how to pronounce egret. So it gets confusing. But you're from Michigan, so I'm sure you've seen egrets out in Michigan.
I'm just curious how you picked that.
That's a great question. Not too many people ask that. It's surprising because it is an unusual name. All right, man. See you later. Whew, nothing makes you feel more alive than putting a helmet on with sunburnt ears. So I thought it'd be a good idea now to get on the bike, explore some of these unusual roads in the state of New Mexico, and talk more about gratitude. God, it's a gorgeous day. This is gonna be a fun ride. Everybody's so friendly out here. I'm not riding over those. I don't care. I don't know what they'll do. Maybe they'd be alright, but I'm not gonna take any chances. Yatehe. I wonder what that means. Yatehe. I'm gonna find out. Put it down below. It's nice to not have the windshield on right now. I've been riding 10 days straight with the windshield on, and man, that Memphis Shades Del Rey windshield, it's phenomenal. It does exactly what I need it to do. Sometimes it's just nice to feel the breeze. I'm digging it, not having it on right now. Now, my intention is to not do any off-roading like I was doing in Oklahoma. But if I happen across a road where I'm forced to do a little off-roading on my Sportster, so be it. I'm kind of riding without a net here. I don't mean a net as in the woman's name, Annette. I mean, I don't have a cell phone with me, and I left my wallet back at camp. I just didn't see a reason to bring it. I do have raisins and water, though, in case I'm out here for a while. I'm not going to go that far. But let's talk about gratitude. So I don't know if this video is going to be an episode of the Route 66 trip, or if it's going to be a separate video. But it's definitely going to be part of the Philosophy on a Harley series. So why am I feeling such gratitude today? Let me start by saying how I love how something simple, something small, changes your entire day or makes you feel a certain way. Like looking at this mountain here, man. I know it's hazy right now and it's difficult to see on the camera, but for me it's beautiful. But the small thing I'm referring to is when I was walking away from my campsite to throw some things in the trash and then turning around and just seeing my camp, it filled me with such gratitude. And I love that. I love how it impacted my entire day, and I felt so much more at peace and happy than I did before I saw that one little scene. You know, not that I was unhappy to begin with, but it elevated my mood for sure. And talking about pushing yourself, putting yourself in challenging situations, it elevates a lot of things in your life. Your adrenaline rises, your heart rate rises, you feel excitement when you put yourself in challenging situations. And that makes some of the things in your daily life, like your boss pissing you off or having to hit the snooze alarm a few more times than you want to, or getting a sunburn. Those things just seem so much smaller when you push yourself, when you put yourself in challenging situations. And thinking about that, I feel such a sense of gratitude that I keep doing this. I keep pushing myself. I've said this before in other videos. It's why I got on this Harley Iron 883. It's why I got on this Harley Iron 883 to do a trip like this. Even though several people before the trip and even on this trip say that I'm crazy for doing this. But I wouldn't want to do this trip on another bike right now. I'm glad I didn't buy a 2018 Heritage Softail for this trip. I would definitely not be experiencing this trip the same way. I'd be a little bit more comfortable. And some would say that's a good thing, but by putting myself in this challenging situation on this bike, I feel so much more alive. I feel incredible right now because I'm out here and I'm experiencing life. It's an amazing feeling. It makes me feel a sense of gratitude for everybody in my life, for my family and my friends. Right now, I do miss, and I'm looking forward to heading home to seeing them. But on this trip, I have met so many cool people. I've documented everybody on Instagram who allowed me to take their picture. And I've had extensive conversations with a lot of people too. Joey, who I met the other day, he's just a guy my age, retired law enforcement. He made some really good investments early on. We talked a bit about that, but he and I talked for 3 hours. 3 hours about a lot of different stuff.
His philosophy on life, my philosophy on life. And even though he's not a motorcyclist, he was interested enough to know more about it. We talked about politics, we talked about welfare, we talked about living a simple life, not spending a whole lot of money, and finding creative ways to be cheap. And I've called myself a cheap bastard a lot on this channel, and I say that in jest. When I say I'm a cheap bastard, I mean I'm frugal in a very positive way. And that's why I don't have a 2018 Heritage right now. I just don't like the idea of borrowing money from somebody else. And don't get me wrong, I have in the past, but I like to curtail that, and I want to be able to buy that 2018 Heritage Softail. The 114, of course. But I'm gonna wait till I can afford it. That laugh that you just heard, that's a I am alive laugh. Because I'm out here in New Mexico, nearly 2,000 miles away from home, having the time of my f***ing life. So yeah, Joey was a lot of fun to talk to, even though I probably shouldn't have spent 3 hours talking to him. It was still a lot of fun to talk to him. Him and his dog, Sierra. And Joey, he lives the van life now. He has his home base in California. He lives frugally, and he's loving life because of it. I'm meeting a ton of van life folks out here. I haven't met many women, though. The van life dudes that I've talked to, they've talked about couples and women who are enjoying the van life. And Mitch is another guy that I met yesterday. Mitch is a really interesting guy. I really enjoyed talking with Mitch. Despite my excitement and enthusiasm in this video, I'm a pretty chill guy. My world is not roller coastery, usually, even though I'm on a high right now. My world's not like this. It's more like this. And I try and keep it that way, and I try and be pretty chill. And most of my videos on this channel exhibit that. Is this one of the roads I want to go down? Let's see. Yeah, this is one. Old Windmill Trail. I'm gonna go down as far as I think I can go on this bike. Let's see what these signs say. Navajo food sale. Today, tomorrow, September 29th and 30th, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Pillowhurst Road. Bingo! Alright, I'm gonna approach cautiously because I don't know what's in here. Of course I gotta do that. I'm gonna get out of the sand though. Oh,